Hello there, welcome back, my beautiful friends, to another study along of the world order of Baha'u'llah. So glad you are here. As always, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to this channel, like this video. Always feel free to comment. We get some interesting conversations going there. And linked below in the description, you will find both this book as a document that you can access online, as well as more information about the Baha'i Faith in general, as well as a link to the playlist of me studying this book up until this point, and the mission statement launch video of this project to give you an overview of my personal why and how and what's it all about. So welcome, very glad you are here. In the last several videos, Shoghi Effendi took us through this question, which is what makes the Baha'i Faith not just a rebranding of different ecclesiastical organizations. And he goes very in depth but an overview of the history of Christianity and some of the inherent challenges due to the limited utterances of Christ as far as how to actually move forward as an organized community into the future, as well as things that sadly weren't written down in the Muhammadan revelation in the Quran as far as successorship and how these issues have been specifically addressed and remedied in the Baha'i revelation, and we can have confidence in our institutions. That is the Jackie fast forward summation. Please feel free to go back and watch those videos or read for yourself to develop your own understanding. But that's it in a nutshell, in my own words. And now we are starting in on the subheading, a living organism. And once again, I will most likely be chopping this section into multiple videos. It should also be borne in mind that the machinery of the cause has been so fashioned that whatever is deemed necessary to incorporate into it in order to keep it in the forefront of all progressive movements can, according to the provisions made by Baha'u'llah, be safely embodied therein. To this testify the words of Baha'u'llah as recorded in the 8th leaf of the Exalted Paradise. It is incumbent upon the trustees of the House of Justice to take counsel together regarding those things which have not outwardly been revealed in the book, and to enforce that which is agreeable to them. God will verily inspire them with whatever he willeth, and he verily is the provider, the omniscient. So key here is anything that has not already been revealed or outwardly revealed in the Aqdas, in Baha'u'llah's teachings, in the Will and Testament of Abdul Baha. They can enforce anything that God inspires them that is not already explicitly addressed in the teachings of Baha'u'llah. Not only has the House of Justice been invested by Baha'u'llah with the authority to legislate whatsoever, Shoghi Effendi just said it better than me. I should just zip. Not only has the House of Justice been invested by Baha'u'llah with the authority to legislate whatsoever has not been explicitly and outwardly recorded in his holy writ, upon it has also been conferred by the will and testament of Abdul Baha the right and power to abrogate, according to the changes and requirements of the time, whatever has been already enacted and enforced by a proceeding House of Justice. So they can enforce in whatever has not already been explicitly revealed in the writings, And they can also abrogate laws not from Baha'u'llah, but from previous houses of justice. And not from the Guardian, but from previous houses of justice. In this connection, he revealed the following in his will. And inasmuch as the house of justice hath power to enact laws that are not expressly recorded in the book and bear upon daily transactions, so also it hath power to repeal the same. Thus, for example, the house of justice enacteth today a certain law and enforceth it, and 100 years hence circumstances have profoundly changed and the conditions have altered. Another house of justice will then have power, according to the exigencies of the time, to alter that law. This it can do because that law formeth no part of the divine explicit text. The house of justice is both the initiator and the abrogator of its own laws. That last sentence is another good one to memorize. The house of justice is both the initiator and abrogator of its own laws. Such is the immutability of his revealed word. Such is the elasticity which characterizes the functions of his appointed ministers. The first preserves the identity of his faith and guards the integrity of his laws. The second enables it, even as a living organism, to expand and adapt itself to the needs and requirements of an ever-changing society. So the first safeguards it, which is the provisions of the administrative order and successorship. And then the second is this flexibility within that system of the house of justice to evolve over time. So brilliant. Dear friends, feeble though our faith may now appear in the eyes of men, who either denounce it as an offshoot of Islam or contemptuously ignore it as one of those obscure sects that abound in the West, this priceless gem of divine revelation, now still in its embryonic state, shall evolve within the shell of his law and shall forge ahead, undivided and unimpaired, till it embraces the whole of mankind. Only those who have already recognized the supreme station of Baha'u'llah, only those whose hearts have been touched by his love and have become familiar with the potency of his spirit, can adequately appreciate the value of this divine economy, his inestimable gift to mankind. Leaders of religion, exponents of political theories, governors of human institutions, who at present are witnessing with perplexity and dismay the bankruptcy of their ideas and the disintegration of their handiwork, would do well to turn their gaze to the revelation of Baha'u'llah and to meditate upon the world order, which, lying enshrined in his teachings, is slowly and imperceptibly rising amidst the welter and chaos of present-day civilization. They need have no doubt or anxiety regarding the nature, the origin, or validity of the institutions which the adherents of the faith are building up throughout the world. For these lie embedded in the teachings themselves, unadulterated and unobscured by unwarrantable inferences or unauthorized interpretations of his word. How pressing and sacred the responsibility that now weighs upon those who are already acquainted with these teachings. How glorious the task of those who are called upon to vindicate their truth and demonstrate their practicability to an unbelieving world. Nothing short of an immovable conviction in their divine origin and their uniqueness in the annals of religion, nothing short of an unwavering purpose to execute and apply them to the administrative machinery of the cause can be sufficient to establish their reality and ensure their success. How vast is the revelation of Baha'u'llah! How great their success! How vast is the revelation of Baha'u'llah! How great the magnitude of his blessing showered upon humanity in this day! And yet, how poor, how inadequate our conception of their significance and glory. This generation stands too close to so colossal a revelation to appreciate in their full measure the infinite possibilities of his faith, the unprecedented character of his cause, and the mysterious dispensations of providence. So, my goodness, I'm going to pause there to recap some things. Again, another sentence or so that I feel is very much worth memorizing was in the last paragraph, the second to last paragraph, that the leaders of religion, exponents of political theories, governors of human institutions who are present are witnessing the bankruptcy of their ideas and the disintegration of their handiwork would do well to turn their gaze to the revelation of Baha'u'llah and to meditate upon the world order which, lying enshrined in his teachings, is slowly and imperceptibly rising amid the welter and chaos of present-day civilization. And that's why we're studying this, right? Not that we are exponents of political theories or governors of human institution, but rather we are witnessing the bankruptcy of prevailing ideas and prevalent ideas and the welter and chaos of the world. And so we are meditating upon the teachings of Baha'u'llah and the world order enshrined in his teachings. And we are aware of the slow and imperceptible rise of these teachings in present-day civilization. And in the last paragraph, just a reminder, when the going gets rough or we have trouble with perspective as far as where we are and what we're building, that this generation stands too close to so colossal a revelation to appreciate in their full measure the infinite possibilities of his faith, the unprecedented character of his cause, and the mysterious dispensations of providence. Thank you so much, my friends, for studying along with me. Again, we're stopping in the middle of that section, a living organism. I invite you to join my Facebook group, Jacqueline Claire Art Group, because tomorrow I will be doing a virtual fireside with the community of Simi Valley on the topic of art as worship, and it's 5 p.m. Pacific time and 7 p.m. Central time and 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? So I would love for you to attend that. Again, it's on Zoom, and I will be posting the login information in that Facebook group, Jacqueline Claire Art Group. And if you really want to come and you're not on Facebook, just go to my website and send me a message, jacquelineclaireart.com/contact. I think that wraps it up, my friends. Thank you so much. Please remember to like and subscribe this video, this channel. Feel free to leave your comments. It really does create some wonderful learning and conversations in that space. All right, I'll catch you next week. And until then, I wish you the best for playing your part in making this world a better place. Bye-bye.